Today I'm exploring Jack Block Park. It was opened in the late 1990s after a significant cleanup effort. It isn't technically a Seattle City park being managed by the Port of Seattle, but it is a public park in the city of Seattle, so I'm going to count it. You enter the park from Harbor Avenue, just south of Salty's, but if you've never been before, it can look like you might have gone the wrong way. You will see train tracks and what looks like active port facilities, but keep going and eventually you'll get to the main parking lot. Right near the main parking is a set of bathrooms and the closest thing to a playground you will find here. It doesn't look like much, but I've seen kids entertained for a fair bit of time trying to climb up the larger and larger floats. There are a handful of picnic tables surrounding this area as well. When it isn't wet out, the grassy hill nearby attracts the young and young at heart with just about the perfect slope to roll down, but with a gradually declining pitch to slow down before you end up on the concrete. From here, you can follow the path up the hill and have the option to take the direct route up the stairs or the more wandering ramp. At the top, you cross a pedestrian bridge overlooking what looks like an old terminal for loading and unloading barges by rail. Judging by the condition of the tracks, it has been in disuse for a long time. As you follow the path further, you see directly into the active port facilities right next to the park, and will eventually reach another set of bathrooms. This is also reachable by car if you continue past the first parking area, but there are only 2 spots to park at the end, and they have a 30-minute limit. The adjacent turnaround area is also a very convenient spot to unload any hand-carried boats you're planning to take to the water. At the end of the road, you reach a large plaza with a few more picnic tables and a view of the water. To your left, you'll see the beach area, which offers a protected and easy launch of kayaks or paddleboards. It is only a short carry from the car turnaround and much closer than carrying everything from the main parking lot, so definitely take advantage of that. This is the best spot I know of to launch and explore the mouth of the Duwamish River. At the far end of the plaza is a closed old pier. Until relatively recently, this was another viewpoint into the water, but isn't considered safe anymore. You can see rotten timbers even close into shore, and I can't imagine the ones further out are in any better shape. I'm not aware of any plans to repair this, and frankly I'd be a little surprised if it ever reopened, given the likely contaminated ground that would have to be dredged and the creosote-soaked pilings that would have to be disturbed. Directly to the right of the closed pier, the path continues onward. As with before, you have the option to head directly up the stairs or take the more circuitous ramp. At the top, there are 2 bridges. The higher one requires the use of the stairs, but they're right next to each other, as you can see, so you aren't missing out on anything by taking one versus the other. Awaiting you at the end of the path is an elevated viewing platform. From there, you look directly across Elliott Bay with a somewhat unique view of downtown. This is also a great place to spot seabirds, eagles, ospreys, and if you're lucky, marine mammals. Even closer than your last view, you see the active operations at Terminal 5, and for the first time can see the mouth of the Duwamish River. Jack Block Park feels small for its size, given the amount of it that is fenced off and off limits. But despite that, it offers a great spot to launch hand-carried boats and take in the views, while being much less crowded than anything else accessible on the Alki Beach path. I'd say it's worth a visit, especially if you're looking for a new place to launch your kayak. So until next time, go outside, you'll feel better.